mbu.ug. Name is Josh Ruby, and with me is the NBL Nile Breweries Limited Connections Manager, Mr. JP. You're going to be hearing from him. He's going to be talking to us about the different questions you've been asking, the frequently asked questions. Of course, recently, Betogera Kunai Breweries, you start thinking of brands like Nile Special, you start thinking of brands like Club Pilsner, and talking about Club Pilsner, to badene sector of entertainment, to badengane shows all through the lockdown. Then recently there's been Club Bitcoin. Kati JP has joined us to talk about the questions you've been asking us. JP, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
For the person watching you for the first time, who would you introduce yourself as?
John Paul Semakula. I am the Connections Manager at Nile Breweries. If you're my friend, those are the people that call me JP. So yeah, happy to be called JP.
No, happy to meet you too, and thank you for coming through.
Yeah.
Of course, first things first, I've noticed changes in the packaging and branding of the Club Pilsner bottles in recent months. I think it dates back in the first lockdown where you had the Club Pilsner Club Beatz at home. Take us through that. How do you come up with that, and what is your aim with that?
Okay. The brand's philosophy is to always, match to the beats of the consumer, bring them something that they want, that they would enjoy. Yeah. So, looking at our slogan alone, it's refreshingly different. So we try to make sure that we're refreshing and always different. So even the labels, they'll change. These things change just to keep up with the times, to keep up with our consumer, to make sure that we bring things that the consumer finds fresh and exciting. Same for the concepts that we bring or that we come up with, including the Club Beats at home. People were at home, it was the lockdown. What we're going to barricade it out, we're going to come through and give you guys something that we find refreshing in your households, at your homes, in your sitting room. Enjoy your concerts that we cannot bring you physically, we'll bring them to your TV screen. So that's why we've been making all these innovations and exciting new additions to our catalog of things that we bring you. So that brings us to the Bitcoin as well. We decided, it's not going to be just about an under the ground promo. Yeah, the usual buchokolo, check under the crown, you get this and that, a t-shirt, a what, nothing. People are tired, yeah. But we know that people are maybe injured in their pockets. You might not be able to enjoy the many beers that you used to before, maybe because you are laid off, or maybe you're trying to save a buck for those uncertain times. COVID has shown us that people have not really been able to make as much money as they used to. So now we just wanted to, okugonza, you get a discount off your next club. Yeah, so it's coined from, and you haven't asked me where it's from, but I just want to get into it immediately. Yeah, the Club Bitcoin is from the famous cryptocurrency, the Bitcoin. Ngao mjimanyi. Our consumers, I know.
Because we're going to get there.
Yes.
Yeah. We are going to get.
So that's where we came from, and we brought you something that we found exciting that you consumers understand and can vibe to.
Okay, thank you. You talked about the financial constraints, how the economy has been bleeding, of course, due to COVID-19.
Yeah. But
Club looks very fine. You guys look like you've been giving back to the public. I know it's more of a thank you. Thank you for supporting us for all these years. Now that you're not really upright, we can support you in this way, give you shows here and there, since there are no concerts happening. But would you say COVID has been a blessing in disguise for you guys?
Well,
for Club Pilsner?
This is what I can say. COVID has affected everyone, whichever way you look at it, negatively. There's been an impact. And as much as we might have been making sales, because people drink their beer at home, they go to their neighborhood kafunda and buy, or their outlets and buy, or supermarkets, or maybe even on Beer Now, because we also brought Beer Now, so people can be able to buy their beer online and it gets delivered at their doorstep. In as much as they were able to consume our product, I am sure they would have been more excited to consume our product elsewhere, in their balas, the places of enjoyment, in concerts. Oh my goodness, I miss concerts. and many other things that we've been bringing that were no longer a part of us. We miss that too. So yeah, it's been negative, I must say, in one way or the other. In as much as some people have made money, the general feel, I believe, is that it has not been entirely good for us.
You talk about concerts.
Yes.
Club Beatz at home.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Bantubai, yeah. They needed to come up with something. We needed to come up with something that could keep our fans excited, entertained. To know that, you're at home, you probably are stuck on maybe a few series and a couple of other things that you can do, but you really miss your musicians. Yeah, you miss the music from them, you miss the energy they used to fling your way. So that's why we brought Club Beatz at home. We know people at home enjoying themselves. Club will still come through and bring you the usual beats that they used to bring you before. So that's why the concept was born.
And now
to
Club
bring entertainment
Bitcoin
and support the music industry.
Okay.
And now the Club Bitcoin.
And now the Club Bitcoin.
Yes.
I want you to take us in depth a bit
Yes.
of it.
Yes.
How does the concept come about? What is it about?
Yeah.
And how long is it going to last?
Okay. Well, we know that the club consumer is a switched-on consumer, switched-on person. These people are tech-savvy. They know what exactly happens in the most modern trends. Now, cryptocurrency is something that is becoming popular out there in the world, including Uganda, actually. People know what these things are about. So we said, okay, if we have been talking about the beat and making sure that we move to the beat of our consumer, how about we bring them something that they understand, that moves away from the monotony of check under the crown, scratch and win, all those things. We say, okay, you know what? Let's bring you something that you can relate to. So we brought the 300 shillings under the kachokolo. It's not cash until you're going to get it and redeem it at maybe at an outlet. No, it's going to be a discount off your next purchase of the beer bottle. The 500 milliliter beer bottle of Club is where it is. So what that means is that it's currency, as osente, one way or the other. The more bottle tops you collect, the bigger the discount. If you've been buying your Club beer at 3K, it's not going to be 2.7. Of course, prices vary from outlet to outlet, but the Bitcoin is constant. It's going to be 300 shillings everywhere you go. The more you collect, the better. Yeah? And it's currency down the chain, the value chain. We call it the value chain, but basically what that means is from the consumer, they'll enjoy. To the reseller, the person in the shop, they'll enjoy that same discount also when they're purchasing from the distributor. Yeah. And the distributor also, when they're purchasing from us as a company, they'll also use those coins that they have collected. Of course, it keeps on increasing because everyone has different quantities they buy. They'll also get that same discount as they buy. So that's us basically giving some money back into the mix. And it's spread across. One would wonder, why couldn't you just put a real beer, a full beer? But you see, this means that there's value across. Everyone gets a chance to enjoy that small discount. And it's up to you to make it big. You and your friends just come together, buy those coins. And you asked me a very important question. For how long is it lasting? Well, if you have your bottle tops right now, and you've been collecting them in a Nike shoebox, or whatever, or under the bed.
Note, I have a friend he started collecting those chocolos.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. I think he made, I don't remember the number he made. Then
Yeah.
he said, why don't they let us trade these chocolos?
Yeah.
We get cash and buy other things. Because either way, we are supporting them.
Exactly.
I've bought my beers.
Yeah.
Why can't I get this Visatu, another Visatu? I make my 10,000 and go and buy something else.
Okay, Kali, let me just finish the point I was making.
That was on a lighter note.
Those that have their bottle tops hidden somewhere, they have been collecting their stash, it's high time you redeemed it because the deadline is around the corner. The campaign is not going to last forever. These yellow bottle tops are for a limited time. You'll soon see other bottle tops that were there before coming back. The usual club, the club that does not have the discount or the Bitcoin, is going to come back onto the market. And as you go along, you're going to see them fade out. We do not want you to be caught offside and come into maybe next year, Easter, is when you want to redeem your Bitcoin. Unfortunately, you might not be able to redeem it then.
So they expire?
They will expire.
Okay.
They will expire.
Do you have
so
a time frame?
Redeem. The duration of the campaign was meant to be 2 months.
Okay.
We implore you to work within that. We launched on 20th September. That does not mean that as of 21st November, the kachokolo will be thrown away. No. but we encourage you to redeem now.
Yeah.
So
It's
that
better
you
now,
do not
so that-
get to that point when we can no longer accept the Bitcoin. Now, to your friend's note, and like you said, it's on a lighter note,
Yeah.
there is different things that we have worked out that we will bring to you people when they are ready for you to be able to purchase something else. There's innovations, there's things that we're thinking about. We are trying to be resourceful and move to the feedback that we're getting from the market. So keep watching our social media pages, watch the hashtag for the Club Bitcoin. Tuina mapya getu later.
Okay, from that I understand that the Club Bitcoin could be going, but it will be back
Yes.
in a bigger and better sort of mode. Anyway, talking about the different promos you've had since the lockdown,
Yes.
the first lockdown began.
Yes.
How is it? What are the challenges running these promos, especially during lockdown? Remember, there is curfew, and because people drink before the COVID, and people would go out till 2 a.m.
Yes.
They would enjoy life. The whole weekend somebody's enjoying his club pilsner. But now there has been curfew, there has been the lockdown has brought curfew, and then people are limited. So how has it been tough on your side? What are the challenges that you faced running these promotions from the Club Bitcoin? I mean the Club Beatz in the Club Bitcoin.
I mean, you have to move with the times. You have to be as agile as possible. So we've kind of tried to, bridge the gaps that we've faced. But you asked what bridges these were. Of course, we miss the fact that people could go all night drinking. I miss my Rolex guy I used to stop by at like 4 a.m. and the guy is ready to give me my Rolex Nyanya Mbisi, and with some sausages in there. And I also miss the Chicken Tonight guys, the Chili's guys, those guys that we used to support, and they supported us as well. As we finished a night out, we'd go by and eat. So the challenges that the brand is facing is that their consumer is no longer enjoying the full spectrum of the night. You understand? They're no longer able to go to the clubs. They're no longer able to go to the bars until late, until as far as they could, as much as they can. They can no longer link up with their friends because, again, social distancing and all those things. So all those things, because our consumers are constrained, the mere fact that we're not making as many sales is just one of the things. The bigger things are actually the fact that people are no longer enjoying themselves as they used to. And we know Ugandans, it's a party central.
Yeah.
It's a party central. And I feel like we can't wait for curfew to be lifted, but we have to adhere to the current, protection measures that have been put in place. So we avoid this COVID from spreading again and injuring us even more. Some people lost their lives. May they rest in peace. Okay. And it's a serious thing, but the impact of it was not entirely left to chance. We also decided to, again, soften the impact by working with things like the internet. We have beer now. It's our beer app off the website. You can order for whatever brand you want. Sometimes the crazy discounts on there. It's just that maybe people do not know. And of course, it has also had its own glitches. But at the end of the day, we have solved these things and we continue to solve for the consumer. There is Club Beatz at home. All you need is your data. So maybe the next thing we need to sort out is people's data. But at the end of the day, we are trying to meet you at your place of enjoyment, which is home currently.
Okay.
So,
Club Beatz at home. I enjoyed the show. Being an entertainment website, mbu.ug, we enjoyed that. And from the feedback of the fans, I think they stand with us. They were home depressed. Money is not coming through. So these concerts sort of gave them, they put their mind away from the stress, and it helped them. Thank you for that. But
boss,
of course,
you're talking about the people who can even work from home. What of the musicians? What
Them,
of those people who used to feed off their own talent?
Music itself.
So we gave them an opportunity right there. So you need to be looking at the whole spectrum.
That brings us to the question.
Yes.
Club Beatz at home.
Yes.
What was the goal? How did it come about, and how did it benefit the public or even the musicians, like you say?
Okay. I mean, like I said, it was born out of necessity. People were at home, they couldn't move, we couldn't have concerts. And we have a young team of brilliant minds that thought about how best can we deliver what the brand stands for, which is music, the pillars of music. And that's not just that. On top of music, what else can we do to get to these people? There's opportunity to be on TV. There are people already on TV. And not everyone has the opportunity to watch, TV the way they used to or the way they can. I know it's free, but at the end of the day, there's competition. Everyone is on TV doing something. You might not be able to have a repeat of that episode that you wanted to think. Maybe you want to watch it, maybe you want to see something fresh as opposed to the monotony of what we had become used to in the lockdown. So we said, okay, let's get a twist. Let's bring you an actual concert as opposed to some TV show that guys are enjoying. Of course, I'm not dissing the TV, what they bring.
Yeah.
They also feel the niche and it's good. So we decided to twist it and say we're now bringing you a live concert. They were happening across the world. So we just borrowed a concept, or we got a concept that is already happening across the globe and decided to make it unique to Uganda.
Okay.
We decided to make it the club Beatz at home because that's the brand ethos. We bring you the beats, now we're bringing them to you at home. And we're moving to your beat as well. So the people decided what they want, what musicians they want to listen to and watch, and we brought them.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
The selection of the artists
Yes.
that appeared on the show. Of course, I saw some big names and the rising talent. There's so many arts. Actually, I think there's so much talent that was discovered on the show. People who were doing music, but they weren't in the limelight.
Yes.
And then from that, you've seen them soldier on and become considerably big artists as per now. And that's just a few months ago when it happened. So what was the criteria, if you know, what was the criteria of choosing these artists? How did you say that, okay, today it's Nwaji, tomorrow it's Chameleon? How was that criteria? What did you consider getting to that?
If you follow our social media page as well, you realize that we have a community of people that speak to us, and we, of course, entice them with our own selection and curation of music, which is the club music hit list. So we have different lists of songs that we bring out, like the club beats, like today's club beats, or this week's club beats, or whatever, right? So we always feature popular songs because of keeping our ear on the ground, trying to vibe to our consumer, trying to move to their beat. So we got all of that together, and we also got from the fans themselves, the people who listen, who watch, to let us know what exactly they want, who exactly they want to watch. Of course, there's some names that we realized were good because, again, upcoming talent, sometimes the fans might not be able to know about, but they speak for themselves. You can see, you can hear, you pick from here, from there. We consulted from some of the people who helped us organize, right from Steve Jean to DJ Epman and a couple of other people that have been a part of this journey with Club. And we continued to just listen and say, okay, why this person? Will this person be good for our consumer? Fine. And we actually curated a very good ensemble of artists, I must say.
I think you did.
Yeah.
And of course, there are people who say that, oh, I didn't say my artist, was it political, was it? But then I think you answer it. It was all about the demand on ground.
Yes.
And what did you, personally, this is not now a club thing, what did you pick from the experience?
Man, it just made me realize that there is hunger for new things. There is demand for doing things fresh. We should no longer be looking at how things used to be and look forward to how things can be, what much more we can do. Not only as us, the people who bring you the beer, but also as the entertainment industry. How else can we become as dynamic as possible to survive, to be able to earn? Are we going to now depend more on, say, for example, the Tidals, the Spotifys of this world? Is that where the world is going today? So should we be therefore creating content and creating music that actually speaks to the rise in demand on such platforms? Those are the questions that I want people to ask themselves. And that's what I learned, honestly. I realized that we are no longer going to live in a world where it is 8 to 5 in office. Some people are still working from home. Yeah. So we have to be dynamic, vibrant, and keep fresh. In whatever we do.
If I'm an artist home, stuck home, and I would need to be on because you say there are other campaigns coming up.
Yes.
How do I approach you what do I need to do to be part of these campaigns? And also, if I need some sort of endorsements or since you're the connections manager, what does an artist need to do to get to you guys?
Okay, I mean, our offices are in Luzira, Kampala Service Center. That's at the end of Port Bell Road. We are literally at the end of Port Bell Road. And they can approach us there. The gates are always open. You can come through. Or you can reach us through our agency, which is TBWA Uganda.
Okay.
Just arrive, or even if you see me, say, you know what, JP, I saw you in an interview at MBU, and I truly have this thing that I want you to listen to, that I want you to work with me on, that I want you to sponsor. If it's worth it, if it's worth it, and it's actually good, it will not turn you away. Yeah. There is different people that we have worked with, not just artists. I'm talking about TikTokers. I'm talking about different people of different walks of life that actually speak to our consumers. People who have different tech innovations that can also approach us. Just come through and say, you know what, I see you guys doing your thing, and I'm a team techie guy. I drink club, but I'm team techies. I don't know if you saw the campaign.
I did. Yeah.
I'm team techies, and I have this interesting alarm clock that slaps you or pours water on you as you wake up. Do you want to link me up with the next person who can, help me out? There's very many things that we can do for you. We can put you or feature you on our social media pages. We can give you some money to just put you along. We can also feature you in or help you leverage on your abilities to get to the next front. I'm not saying we're a startup or we're pushing startups to come our way. We are very music oriented, very fashion oriented, very tech oriented. These are all the pillars that we stand for.
So all they need to do is get creative,
approach, and see how we can work. Yes.
That's awesome. You talked of TikTok.
Yes.
TikTokers have been almost at the front of these past promos.
Yes.
And generally, I think TikTok is taking over social media platforms in terms of selling brands, influencing for products and whatnot. Yeah. But I want to get it from you. What is the impact of social media in your business?
Man, it's major. It's major. There's come a time when we can no longer walk to you and tell you consume our beer. We can no longer tell you buy 2 get 1 free. We can no longer even get you on TV because you're on your phone. Yeah. So it has had it has led to a very interesting shift. The impact has been very great in that we know our consumer is on the phone 3/4 of the time. And that's where they consume their content. TikTok is one of the biggest things today when it comes to content creation. And Ugandans are vibing to that, they're moving to that. I'm not talking about urban Ugandans alone. I'm not talking about the people in Kampala, Wakololo, Muyenga, no. I'm talking about the people in Gulu, the people in Kabale that have also picked up TikTok. So they're able to help us reach our consumer, but we're also able to reach them on that particular front. I don't know if you get me. So it's been interesting to see that we no longer have to depend on advertising on TV. We can now bring you something within your space of enjoyment that you will also like, suited to you, tailor-made to you, and the things that you're used to liking. And therefore we speak your language and we move with you. Like I said, we vibe to the consumer.
Do you have a TikTok account?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yes.
Do you also
I'm more of a consumer.
Not a content creator. Okay. But what's your favorite app?
My favorite app is Twitter.
Twitter?
Yeah.
You are an actually. You're the actually.
We are the actually. We are the original actually.
Okay.
Yes.
Share some light on the future plans for Club Pilsner, if you can. Just the promos coming up or something.
Okay. Well, I'm not at liberty to discuss everything.
Okay.
But what I can tell you is Tufumba, 2 year, and we're going to keep bringing you exciting things. Watch out on our social media pages at Club Pilsner, and follow the hashtags that as we bring them. There's going like the Club Bitcoin hashtag. Keep following that for new developments on what we're going to bring you. But best believe tetugenda balekerera mu December. December is coming up.
Yeah.
And we're bringing you some things.
Bagenda tuta.
We don't know.
You
Stay
ca-
safe.
We just have
Be
to stay safe
vigilant.
and yeah.
So be vigilant. Avoid crowds. Observe the SOPs and the curfew. Uganda chitunyumire. You know.
Wear
who
your
knows?
mask, drink from home,
Yes.
and enjoy whichever way you can.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we get to you, Mr. JP.
Yeah.
I want you to share with us, since this is an entertainment platform,
Yes.
share with us your top 3 songs of the year. Okay, we could go as far as 2020 because it's been
No.
quite a rush.
For me, when it comes to Ugandan sound, yeah, we've come a long way, man. We've come a long way. We've had jams like big trills, party after party,
Yeah.
being sung to by Cardi B.
The Cardi B's
Yeah?
of the year.
And that was just the beginning before lockdown. Now imagine just from lockdown, abantu babadde bafumba babadde baleeta Zex birangirangi, those guys are just killing us every day, right? What I want to say is, I cannot say that I want to list my favorite songs.
Your favorite, yeah.
I don't want to say Twende to Party, yeah, but Pierre Pounds and all those guys. I don't want to now start dropping things and say this is my top
In a
3.
way, you already did anyway.
No, I'm just giving you examples of things that have come,
Yeah.
that keep coming, and
Yeah.
why I appreciate these people is that they stay bringing us anthems.
Regardless of
I call them anthems because
Yeah.
they vibe.
regardless of the hardships they've been facing.
regardless of the pandemic.
Okay.
What I want to implore them to do is work together, unite, keep bringing us those anthems, and let's find our sound. Let's find a sound that is Ugandan. We have Amapiano coming up, and everyone is jumping on that wave. We've had Afrobeats being run by the Nigerians, and everyone is following that beat. What's our beat as Uganda? Let's find it together. Let's work with a brand like Club to discover the beat for Uganda and bring it forth.
Okay.
Then to Kube and Siona, anthem after anthem. That's all I implore them to do.
That's good to hear. Look straight in the camera, and these are your last remarks. Please tell the viewer what they should expect from Club, or probably just your last remarks,
Okay.
closing this show.
Okay, cool. I just want to recap some of the most important things that I feel you need to know about the Club Bitcoin campaign. First of all, it's for a limited time, so I insist you should redeem your Bitcoin today. Second of all, it's the yellow cups. When you see them phased out, don't think that it's fake beer or that now they're selling you old stock. These questions are likely to come. The Bitcoin is that yellow top, and it's going to go away after some time. Don't expect to see it all the time. It's only on the 500 milliliter bottle. You should not expect cash back. It is a discount off your next beer purchase. Should you have any problems in outlets out there in redeeming your Bitcoin, you can call us on our toll-free number, which is 0312 440 600. I repeat, 0312 440 600. And at the end of the day, we implore you to drink safe and responsible. Don't drink and drive. Eat some food, banaye musibe nkokoto. Yeah, as you drink, sorry. And space it with water. Yeah, drink some water as you drink your beer. Enjoy it. Stay safe, stay home, and wear your masks. Get vaccinated. Check, make sure that everyone around you is also doing the same. And yeah, let's stay enjoying Uganda. That's my message.
Thank you very much. JP Semakula, my name is Josh Ruby. Maybe next time we have him, we'll be talking about music and entertainment at length. But thank you very much for being on the show. I'll sign out from here. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, please press the subscribe button. If you're watching on TikTok, if you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, just hit the follow button. We are verified on Facebook and Instagram. Don't be fooled by other fake pages. But thank you very much. You can always catch our live shows on all the platforms, like I've already said, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We're also on TikTok. Be sure to follow us, mbu.ug. Thank you very much, and that's it.